So I'm going through my old CDs, and I'm just going through everything that I used to listen to. My uncle and my cousin gave me like pretty much all the CDs they didn't care about a couple years ago, and I haven't really got to go through them. So I've been going through them since I got a disk drive on my laptop, external, and I've been listening to them. One of the things I really been listening to was a lot of these CD promos. If you don't know, back in the day, radio stations would get these promo CDs, where you would get all the new music, like whatever was coming out and the hot shit. A lot of this stuff on there didn't come out, but you can hear like some of the original versions. Like I got like shit from Drew Hill that nobody's really heard before. I got remixes and just first edition. It's dope. But one thing I remember about this is Bad Boy. Bad Boy Records. Basically, this label was the quintessential of my childhood, my teenage years, growing up. And I wasn't going to do anything on it because I didn't want to stress myself out. But I just saw a video on Comedy Hype where they were talking about the Making a Band series, and I watched part of it and I had to turn it off because it was disappointing. If we don't know, Bad Boy Records label that was founded in 1993. It's 29 years old. It's still active. I guess it's under Sony now. So many artists. It's ridiculous how Bad Boy came about. Puffy was an intern that was fired by Andre Harrell. He was on Uptown. Puffy's the reason, Mary J. Blige's sound, and he did a lot of things with different artists. I don't understand what's going on with Diddy. I really don't understand why this all happened, and I can only chalk it up to greed. And I'm gonna let you know this is from a fan's perspective. I don't know him. I don't know anybody from Bad Boy Records. I honestly, the only person I know that's closely attached to them is Tracy Lee, and I don't really even know him. He's just somebody I did a video on a long time ago, and we basically internet befriended each other. He sends me stuff every now and again, but that's about it. There's no real close ties to that. But he wasn't even on Bad Boy. He was on By Storm Universal. So, but he did have ties with Bad Boy through Big and stuff like that. But I digress. So you just had to be there. Growing up, in the 90s, to hear Mary J. Blige's What's the 411, that you just had to be there. You had to be there, especially when I moved to North Carolina, because I'm from Wichita, Kansas, but we moved to North Carolina around that time, and just to be able to feel it, because when you're the more east you go, no disrespect to the west or the south, but the more east you go, it just feels like the energy for Bad Boy is just stronger and stronger. It's like being in front of Infinity Stones and some shit. You feel that shit because them niggas feel that shit. And you hear, I remember one of my favorite songs by Mary J. Blige is Love No Limit. And you hear that shit, and it just sounds good when you're in North Carolina and the pine tree smells and the wind blowing, and you see all these people rock. You just had to be there. If you're not my age and you weren't there, you're not gonna understand what it is. It's nothing like albums that are released now. So when this album came out, I was fucking ecstatic. And you kept hearing this name, Puffy, Puff Daddy. You kept hearing his name, and then after his name, you'd hear Craig Mack, you'd hear Biggie, you'd hear Bank, you hear all these names just start coming at you, and everything Bad Boy put out back then was fire. Everything. I remember I even doubted the 112 album, the first 112 album, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't like Only You. I think the original Only You was cool, but the remix, I could do without it. It's just something about that beat. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the beat, Big's verse, Mase's verse. I don't know. Well, I like Big's verse on the original. Maybe it's Mase verse. I mean, I've never been the hugest Mase fan, but Mase is cool. But everything they put out in that first era of Bad Boy, probably from the time Flavor in Your Ear came out, and I'll get to that in a sec, all the way to, I'd say, what came out before the saga continues. Well, fuck it. We'll say Faith Evans' third album. We'll say everything from Flavor in Your Ear all the way to Faith's Faithfully album. Each album that came out in between those two albums was fire. I don't give a fuck what you say. All those albums, you got fucking Project from the World, Ready to Die, the 112 album, Faith's album, Total's album, fucking Diddy's album when it came out, Life After Death, 112's second album, Faith's second album, 112's third album, Faith's third album, fucking, oh my God, there's so many to name. Carl Thomas, Jesus Christ, we waited so long for Carl Thomas, and that album was an absolute masterpiece. But then something happened. Something happened. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened, yo. Big died. That changed the... Well, Big was killed. I ain't gonna say he died. He was killed. And that changed everything. Because suddenly Puffy became the star. He and rightfully so, because if you want something done, you gotta carry it on your back, people. You gotta understand. If you got a dream, and no disrespect to Big or his family, but Puffy had to carry on. He could have just curled up in a ball and just not said anything else. But he put out the fucking album, which was originally titled Hell in Harlem, I believe. But then he put out No Way Out. And No Way Out was a smash hit. Fuck. I'm not going to lie to you. I bought No Way Out for novelty purposes. I didn't buy it taking him serious at all. I thought at best it'd be a compilation album. I thought at best it would be, fuck, I'll buy it. No big deal. No, there's no reason to really even dwell on the shit, But No Way Out, next to Big, No Way Out is probably the best rap album Bad Boy has put out. Bar none. Next to Big. I'm sorry, Mase. Harlem World was a cool album, but goddamn, it was not No Way Out. I still knock that shit till this day, man. I don't know what it is about No Way Out. It just embodied. That was basically like the closing chapter of Bad Boy. I even like Forever. I think Forever was a good album. Diddy did that. A lot of people don't like Forever. They think it was too pop. I think it was perfect the way it was because he stepped out of his comfort zone. Diddy literally stepped out of his comfort zone. You can hear he was trying new shit. He was working with different artists. CeeLo was on there. You got a verse from Sauce Money, Busta Rhymes, all these cats on this album, and it was dope. He did a song with Busy Bone, and you can tell he was really trying to find his footing. And even The Saga Continues. I think The Saga Continues was a really good album. Could have been better. But by that time, I think a lot of the Bad Boy artists either left or it was just kind of weird. But my problem with Bad Boy, mainly Diddy, is the fact that a lot of these artists that made this man rich are not, and I'm not saying they have to be as rich as him, but Jesus Christ, these niggas, it's sad, man. It's sad. It's a sad situation. And no, I don't know anything about the music industry like that. I know a little bit, but I don't know enough to where I can sit there and give him full criticization. God damn it. I've been drinking too much. But I do know that there's a lot of disrespect and it's visible. It's very visible. And I'm really trying to figure out, like, one of the things I want to address is Craig Mack. Craig Mack. My nigga, Flavor in Your Ear was so hot. Y'all have to understand this beat for Flavor in Your Ear. You listen to that shit, it just does something to you. My God. My God. You know what I'm saying? Easy Mo B put his foot in that shit. And the beat is so simple. Simple. Boom, cat, boom, cat, boom, cat. And then you got the melody. Nigga. Such a simple ass beat. And it blew the fuck up. And then the remix. This is now Crew Track was always popular in hip hop. Don't get me wrong, this is not the first Crew Track. But this one was so all over the place. You had so many different styles on there. You know, Big came in, Craig Mack, fucking Rampage, Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J, Diddy in there doing the ad-libs. That was so crazy to hear this shit. You had to be there. I'm telling you, had to fucking be there, man. You had to be there. Oh my God. So you listen to these albums and you listen to all this shit. I'm gonna be real with you. Flavor in Year, I didn't care for Big. I was fucking so close to buying, because I was young back then. I was like 14 when this shit happened, so I didn't have, my money wasn't where it needed to be. I remember I busted my ass all summer because when I ended up buying these CDs, I had to make sure that I had enough money to, I wanted a CD player. I didn't want a tape player. Tape player was sold back in the day, so the day Big's album release, September 13th, 1994, I bought my first CD player. But I went into the CD store to get Project Funk the World. But I listened to Big's album and I decided to buy, they had the Flavor in Year maxi single. I had like $25. I bought the Big album, I bought Ready to Die, and I bought the fucking Flavor in Year maxi single with the Flavor in Year remix on it. I believe it had Get Down on it too. No, it was a Get Down single, but it had Flavor in Year on it remix. I don't know, I don't remember, so long ago. But and I remember I used to walk up and down the street with my boombox just knocking this shit, man. I remember my shit almost got robbed. Niggas was trying to take my shit because, you know, gang banging was hella high back then. But, you know, niggas don't know. I know people. But anyway, that's besides the point. Also, my uncle AJ, shout out to him. You know, he was the program director for Power 93.9 in Wichita, Kansas. So every week he would bring home these boxes of CDs. Me and my cousin Ant Travels, big up to him, even though he don't talk to me right now. Big up to him. We would go through these music. We were literally up on everything that came out during that time. We were up on everything that came out during this time. So when all this shit came out, all this music was coming out, and it was so fast. You look at it, seems like every other month you turn on Video Soul, Video Vibrations, or one of them shows, MTV. It was a new bad boy artist. Like first you had Big, you had Craig Mack, you had Big, then Faith, then Total, 112. They were just back to back. These artists, it just felt like they were just bombarding us. It was like the No Limit shit before the No Limit shit, but definitely not as. No Limit was putting out an album every week, it seemed like. But Bad Boy was feeling like that, because it's like every time you felt like, oh, they ain't gonna get no better than this, bam. I get so offended by Tupac. I watched this interview he did on MTV. It was one of his last interviews on MTV he did with Snoop Dogg, where he was saying, Bad Boy ain't selling no records. Bullshit, nigga. Bullshit. They may not have the sales numbers as Death Row, but my nigga, that catalog, Bad Boy catalog, is killing Death Row. Especially in the R&B section. Rap, yeah, Death Row got Bad Boy all day. I'm sorry, Big can't do it alone, and Mase is not holding the candle to Tupac, Snoop, Dre, or the Dog Pound. I'm just being 100 with you. Them beats was immaculate. But R&B wise, nigga, Jewel is not holding the candle to Faith Evans. Sorry. Michelle is not fucking with Faith Evans. Danny Boy is not fucking with fucking 112 or Carl Thomas. Sorry. But that's besides the point. But we used to get these CDs, these promo CDs. They used to give them to the radio programmers, and it had all this new music on it. I've heard shit that niggas will never hear. I kick myself in the ass because I don't have any of those promo-only CDs anymore. Also, we used to get magazines. This is before the internet got popping, so you got to understand where I'm coming from with this. Before the internet got popping, this is where I used to have these magazines, and I would read thoroughly because my passion was hip-hop, rapping, DJing, and I wanted to be on the radio so fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, yo, I'm being 100 with you. Bad Boy was always there. You always saw Diddy somewhere on these magazines. This nigga was everywhere. Bad Boy was always promoting something. So what happened? Like I said, I think it was greed. Money, it's no secret that black-owned labels, from Motown all the way to Cash Money Records, with the exception of Rough Riders, because I actually saw the Rough Riders story, and Rough Riders actually has a really good loyalty behind their whole. Everybody that was on Rough Riders, it seems that they are all loyal to Rough Riders like a motherfucker. So, but I'll get to Rough Riders on another video. But it seems like black labels have this stigma. It's like a stigma of greed. It's a stigma of there has to be one top nigga in these labels. Motown had Berry Gordy, you know what I'm saying, Death Row. It eventually became Suge Knight. Bad Boy was Puffy. Rockefeller was Jay-Z. Cash Money ended up becoming Baby. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these niggas. It seems like there's always got to be the standout nigga in these labels that's making all the money, and it has to be known. It's even to the point where these local rap niggas with their local labels, they always got to announce themselves as the CEO. Hey, what's up? This is OG Charles, nigga, from Conglomerate Records. I'm the CEO. You know what I'm saying? This is my artist, and we about to perform their new single. And for some reason, this nigga's on the single. It's always like that. This is the stigma that's being built behind it. And you got to understand, white people made it hard for black artists to shine, but black CEOs and black top artists made it hard for black people, harder, because you would think that with Berry Gordy, Puffy, all these label cats getting this money, Dick Griffey, all these motherfuckers getting this money, you would think that they would take better care of their artists. You know what I'm saying? You hear these stories and it's always heartbreaking. So when you hear Diddy's story with Bad Boy, it's even more heartbreaking. You know, 112 came out, you know, remember 112 came out and said something. Mase is really hard on Puffy. Why are you still holding this nigga's masters? What's the fucking point? Why did the Locks have to fight so hard to get they shit? Why? I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, nigga, what, you afraid you ain't gonna be able to buy a Bentley this year, nigga? You're fucking Puffy. You got clothing, you got liquor, you got all types of shit. Movies, nigga. Come on, bro. Do what you do. Produce, nigga. I hate the fact that Bad Boy's legacy is tarnished. It's bad enough Big was killed, but goddamn. And then you, not to mention, you let go of all these great artists. You let them go, like Faith Evans, writer, 112 writers. You know what I'm saying? You got Carl Thomas. I don't understand what happened with his second album. That shit just confused the fuck out of me. The album was trash. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened like that. But I don't know. And maybe we can't blame. Maybe it was the artist, because I want y'all to understand something. Artists tend to fuck up too. So, like, a lot of artists sit there and scream and holler about royalties and how they're not getting paid. But I'm sure if someone put the books out there and saw artists buying chains and spending elaborate amounts of money, you gotta understand the record deals alone. That's all it is. T-Pain even said it. They want their money back. They give you a $3 million record deal and they give you $1 million advance. They want their fucking money. They want their fucking money. They want you to sell, or they want their money. So, yeah, you get a school loan and you decide you gotta go to school, they want the money back. I should know. I owe Sally Mae a lot of fucking money, so you definitely need to go to my Patreon and sign up, by the way, so I can get this money. I make these videos for passion, but I could use a couple of dollars. Or you can cash at me as well. I definitely appreciate that. But anyway, you gotta understand, I don't want to 100% put it on Puffy, but he was the leader, especially after Big died. I don't understand why everything is the way it is. I don't even think them niggas own Big's work no more. I don't know where that shit is. I think it's absolutely insane that these artists, they kind of beat around the bush, with the exception of Mase. Mase like, nigga, I ain't got nothing to lose, nigga. I'm just gonna put this nigga on blast. I'm just gonna say fuck it. And from a fan's perspective, I think it's fucking insane that Bad Boy was so hot. They were so hot. Oh my God. You had to be there to understand. One of my favorite songs by Bad Boy is Toto's Kissing You remix. I remember that was the second time I heard him rap, because I remember Dolly Mom Baby. But that was the second time, but it's kind of the first time I heard him rap. Because Dolly Mom Baby, that was kind of rap. It was okay, but this, His verse on the Kissing You remix was fucking fire. That was my anthem for the summer. Do you realize, nigga, you had me and my homeboys, we was dressing up. I put the S curl on my hair so I could have the high top curl. I used to wear a visor. We was dressing like you, nigga. We was trying to be like you, nigga. I used to wear these oversized hockey jerseys and shit. You know what I'm saying? I be in school, my big ass was trying to dance like this nigga. I thought I was Diddy, nigga. I thought I was Diddy. For real. I remember I was jealous because y'all had them damn Bad Boy jerseys, the big black ones with, you know, that shit was fire, nigga. I wanted one of them bitches so fucking bad, nigga. I was like, oh man, Biggie. You gotta understand, like when Life After Death was about to come out before Big died, they released the Hypnotized joint, nigga. I didn't think Big could do it. And it not be, I just didn't understand what else you could do after Ray to die. What the fuck? But Life After Death, a double disc, nigga, you had to be there. Faith Evans lost her husband, my nigga. Put out the second album. The second album was banging. 112, second album banging. Total probably was the weakest link out of all the groups. Because Total's second, well, no. Total did not have the worst sophomore Bad Boy release. I give that shit to fucking Mase. That shit was trash. Double Up was, oh my god, Double Up was so horrible. But no, it's like Mase had the worst sophomore album. Then I think Carl Thomas' second album was trash too. So Mase had the first, Carl Thomas had the second, Total had the third. But Total's album wasn't trash. It was just, you could tell there was something missing. It was too much experimentation going on. I think Missy, if they were going to have Missy do it, they should have had Missy do the whole album. I mean, for real. There was a couple of joints that are like, one of my favorite songs on there is a fucking interlude called I Tried. It's the interlude. I really think that beat was a waste. That was a wasted beat. That really should have been a song. I swear to God, if I figure out how to sample it, I'm going to kill that shit. But, I digress. What do y'all think? Do you think Bad Boy was one of the more dominant labels? Do you feel like Puffy kind of fucked everything up? Do you feel like it was the artist? Because I'm critical about this because this is my era and I feel like I can speak on it. This is the era. This is the shit I came up around. This is the industry molded themselves around Bad Boy. You had fucking Jay-Z on the Sunshine video with the fucking big ass fish lens trying to be this nigga, man. Yo, niggas was trying to be this nigga. Everybody was trying to be Shiny Suit Man like a motherfucker. As much shit as the Locks talk, nigga, I remember the If You Think I'm Jiggy video, my nigga. I remember that shit. Them niggas was in brightly colored clothing and all types of shit. Fucking Cameron, horse and carriage, nigga. I remember all this shit, nigga. Stop it. Diddy, I appreciate you, bro, because I'm not gonna lie, your talent from Mary J. Blige all the way. Even today, every now and then I get Bad Boy throws me one. Diddy throws me one every now and again. So I appreciate your talent, bro. I just wish you had the hunger you had back in the day. I really wish you did. I really wish you were the Diddy that was dancing and doing Mary J. Blige shit and that. I miss that Diddy. I don't really like the rich, I'm too good to go around niggas Diddy. I don't like that nigga. I want, you know, I mean, yeah, it's cool you can get your hair cut in your office. That's cool, my nigga. But man, yo, I mean, if you really trying to get back into music, maybe you need to go back to the basics, man. I really feel like that's what needs to happen. Like, subscribe. Let me know if you like me talking about these labels and my personal afflictions with these labels as far as the music. I want to do one on Death Row and all these other labels. I'm really going to break it down. And I want to talk about this shit because I think artists nowadays don't care about what the fans say. But we're the ones that make your money. That's the reason why I do this from a fan's perspective series. Because I really think they have to understand that we, especially my generation, that's all we had. Some of us, that's all we fucking had. You open the CD up, put it in your CD player, put your headphones on or turn the music up, kick back and just vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's all we fucking had, bro. So yes, I'm critical on things that I love. And Bad Boy Records was something that I love dearly. But hey, it's just a fan's perspective. Holla at your boy.